What is up, my stream beans, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio here in Space Age DLC. In our last episode, checks notes. Let's see, we set up our nuclear reactor here. We got this guy going. And then we set up a little bit of automation to where it reads the temperature, and these guys won't work unless the temperature is less than 600 degrees. And then I have an override stack of just one, so we're only going to put one little guy in there, and that one little guy in there should immediately like pump up that temperature, so they should only put in one at a time. We're gonna do really well on that the power front, so you can see that we're like, what was this, 3.7 hours ago we were using stuff, and I think that's when I implemented this thing, that we also aren't gonna pump in water into this unless let me see, unless the battery charge is less than 15%, and we can see that the battery charge is somewhere right here. So here's the battery charge. It's going to read the charge level of all of them, and then it's going to transmit the signal, and then this picks up the signal, and then it does that thing. Let's see, what else did we do? We also did some space prep. So here we have our rocket silos. 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus. We have 12 rocket silos, and all the space prep that we did was making sure that we're making blue circuits fast enough, which led us down a daisy chain effect of, are we making enough blue circuits? We need to make more blue circuits, but in order to do that, we need more electronic circuits, more green circuits. So we increased the amount of green circuits they were making, made sure the red circuits are good, all this other stuff. We daisy chained, or went down the rabbit hole of things that we needed. And then, so that's blue circuits. Where's it at? Blue circuits. Then we got rocket fuel. We mathed out some stuff, and we are making a shitload of rocket fuel, and we're making 2 a second. So 2 a second of rocket fuel coming on in, all nice and properly proportioned. And then some LDS, some latter day structures, some low density structures, LDS. And we are also making 2 a second on that. So 2 a second right here, and properly making sure that we got enough copper, all that good stuff. Let's see, and then, so then between episodes, what I did was I set up this guy and these two guys. So here we're making uranium ammo. Actually, all three of them. So it's uranium ammo coming on in here. Oh, and we have a wonderful ratioed 1.5 a second. So you need 1 for 3, and then you need 3 for, I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There you go. So 1, 3, 10. And then I just doubled it, because, you know, you got both sides of the belt. And then I did some little bit of janky stuff going on here. It's kind of fruity, but whatever. We got a bunch of uranium ammo, and then I did the math here as well, and we got 1.5 a second. No loss on intermediates. We're making all these little cannon shells. I was gonna say cannon shells that are now being turned into uranium cannon shells. And then the ratio is exactly the same. The build is exactly the same for the explosive uranium rounds, explosive cannon shells. Oh my goodness, I can't talk for shit. And then got perfectly ratioed explosives. So actually you can see all of this. And we are coming out on more explosives, but this one is enough to support 8. So then again, we just doubled it, and that's why we got so many explosives and things. Let's see, and then now that I had all that good stuff, I went, I showed you last episode that we did this, and then in between episodes, I cleared out the nonsense here, and I decided that this was the best choke point without further investigation. So we have a bunch of lasers and the uranium ammo all set up right there. And then I needed to secure the north, the war in the north. And I was just going to, you know, I was exploring and I was like, oh, here's a bottleneck. And so I was just going to put it there. But then I started seeing that like we had water along the edge here. And I was like, well, I got to continue and find out what's going on. So then I found this bottleneck. And probably eventually we'll go and explore what's going on over here, come to find out that this is just a peninsula, and then we don't need defenses there. Same with this thing. Same with that thing. I don't know. But then we cleared out a little bit of this stuff. In fact, they're already... Look, these guys are going to go migrate to build a base. Oh my god, they're building it right there. And here we'll see a biter. We'll see behemoth biters and spitters in their natural habitat as they traverse the lands to try to find a place to settle down and call home. They left their home originally seeking out new grounds, or, you know, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Fucking National Geographic on Novice. And then these guys also cultivating, and they made a worm? I think a worm just spawned in there. Interesting. I think that guy just kind of spawned. How does it work? Like, I've never seen them in action. I've never seen them doing the deed. This is a behemoth worm. Fucking... Oh! Yeah, it just kind of spawned. Oh, does one of these turn into that? Oh my god, let me see. So, we are actually watching this happen live on Novice TV. I'm trying to see if one of these guys disappears and turns into one of these. And then, is it the corresponding one? Does a behemoth biter turn into a behemoth worm? Or small, because, like, is there small guys? Are there little small dudes? There's a medium guy. Here's a small worm. Come on, I want to see it one more time. Just show me the money. One of you show me the thing. I did, like, actively see that just pop up, and I think I saw someone disappear from right here. So what is that? They have freaking StarCraft Zerg tendencies, where these are like the drones and they turn into the buildings. Whatever. That's enough. That's enough of that. What we're going to be doing today is finally getting ourselves into space. We have our rockets and everything, so now we just got to launch stuff into our rockets, or with our rockets, and hopefully we can start making some white science. In the meantime of all this, we're going to queue up another thing and start shitting out some science. But yeah, we're hoping to get white science this episode, and it's going to be space science. Space science. All right. So what do we got to do? We have to space platform research by creating a space platform by sending space platform starter pack to space. So we need to come over here and we need to send a starter. We need to send space platform starter pack. Okay, so we need to send that. That's easy. Bunch of steel, bunch of blue circuits, but 16 minutes to make that. Oh my god. But we need space platform foundation. So if we just set this up right here, we're gonna go. Okay, we want space foundation, and it's gonna be steel and a bunch of copper wire. So what is the ratio here? What are we looking like? Let's see, rate calculator, we're making 1.5. So we're just gonna place down some things. Actually, that was probably it. It's probably a 1 to 4. No? Okay. How about 1 to 2? Oh, okay, it's a 1 to 2. So what we can do here, I'm thinking Miku. I'm thinking we do something similar to this, but like this. So we're gonna go. Actually, we'll be able to do this. So foundation this way. Okay, okay. And then we'll do. I actually want to do it this way, and then do like that. Just like that. So we'll do something similar here. Let's see, copy. Let's go like this. Let's go copy. Paste. No, H. H to just go that way. Okay. Maybe we don't want those. Let's see here. Can we go copy and then paste you like this? That looks decent. Let me see. So it'll go like there, and then we got copper sitting here and doing this stuff. Okay. 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 Can I just do Control V? Yeah, I could just do Control V. Good. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what our limiting factor is here. So we can actually go, we're making 0.6 a second. Our transport belts, let's look at those. And we're actually sending in 2 belts. So we're going to be sending in 2 belts of steel and 2 belts of copper. It's just not, you know, fully reflected there. So if we can do this and then do something along those lines. Oh, hold on. Let me go grab a bunch of things. So I'm gonna need underground, and we're gonna need assembly machines. Oh my god, these things. Do 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 do. We can get rid of this and that, and then add more. Oh my god, I keep getting stuck. Add more oil processing. So yeah, we can get rid of all of this and put more processing. Let's grab these guys. Let's make sure we got enough of those. Let's grab some undergrounds. Grab some more inserters. That should be enough. Oh, lights. Always need more lights. Lights. I want that to go right there, and then those go up there. I could put another reactor right here. Another portable fission reactor goes right here. That'd probably be better. Okay, so let's double check what we got here. We need 1.2, which is fine because we can keep going up. So let's keep scaling. And let's see how many. 2. Okay, so here's our max actually. Here is our actual max because we have 2, and then we can actually get 1 copper belt to split between, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna run up 2. Okay. So now we do power poles. Let's get a little bit of power right here. We could probably do that. No, we cannot. Wait, does that go there? That goes right there. Okay, so we can't put it here, hoping to move this guy up and this guy down, because this guy needs access to that. So we do have to, in fact, put it right there. Okay. I mean, that's not the end of the world, it's fine. Just looking at how better can we optimize some of these things. Because, you know, it's Factorio. If you're not there optimizing stuff, what are you even really doing, right? Playing the game? Ha! You don't do that. Right here, I think. Okay, and then let's go ahead and get some lights up in this bitch, which we can put them here. And we'll put them every other. There we go. And then let's get some power. Beautiful. Okay, so now we need copper. Copper's gonna go on the outside ones. So let's get a copper. And then we're gonna get a copper. Oh, no. Okay, we have to go this way. Okay, okay, okay. Then we get this guy all the way up here. Okay, okay, okay. What is going on here? Right there. And then like that. There we go. And then double checking, we got 0, or no, per second, 0, and we're making 3 foundations a second. All right, we'll let that kind of do a thing. Then we're gonna go, that guy goes here, and then this guy goes here, while we go underground, and then back together. And then we need, let's run these guys all the way up. And then run this guy all the way up. Okay, so then we just do a little bit of like that, and then a little bit like that. And then we should start getting foundations. So then we'll get ourselves this little guy. No, this little guy right here. Ooh, why is that happening? Let's do one of those. Okay, and then we do... Oh, we don't have any frickin' guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and copy you. And paste. 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 So is just like no steel getting up to you guys? Yeah, no steel is currently getting up. Because we should be able to look at this one side and see that they use 30 a second. So one belt should be good enough. It's just got to get these guys turned on. And in fact, we'll turn them on. Look at all these yummy foundations. We'll get them going. Why is this full, but this one isn't? What's wrong with you? Oh, because nothing is continuing on this way, which makes this guy divert his whole load this way. He says, I gotta divert the load. Okay, we can just go ahead and put a box right here, bucket. And we're gonna make that many foundations. But it requires 60. So 60, so let's go slurp up some of these dudes. And then we got steel, and then that. So let's make a space platform starter pack. That'll take a whole fucking minute, but that's okay. So we're gonna make the... Okay, so we gotta send up just that whole fucking thing, and then we gotta make these guys. So that's what... Or the crushers and asteroid collectors. So that's why we got LDS on the belt here, and electric motors, and something else. Something else kind of goes here at some point. I don't fucking know. Oh, all these need to move up. What is this? Okay. I don't know what goes here. I don't know what's supposed to, but make room for it. Yeah, so that we have 4 belts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks decent. That looks decent enough, right? Okay, so we have our space platform starter pack. Just about. So we'll come over here and put that in and build a new space platform. And it's gonna be white science. And it's gonna be a novice. Actually, it's gonna be called that. That's it. That's all it's gonna be called. And then we got our rocket. It's going, baby! Let's watch it in all its glory. Bye. And then the second one comes on in, and it's nice and ready. And then the third one is being made. All right, so there we go. We launched the guy. So now we need to build asteroid collectors. Excuse me. So here we're building some space foundations. Space platform foundation, pretty cool, pretty neat. Delicious, wonderful. And then let's go ahead and make... We now need to make... Well, I don't think we need cargo bays. Yeah, sure. We need cargo bays, those guys, and those guys. Let's see how much we're using. 4.5 a second? Holy shit. So if we were to make just those three running, it uses 4.5 a second. But we're only making 2. Jesus fuck, dude. So what if we maul this? Because, like, we don't need all these all the time, right? So we have steel. We got blue circuits on this side, blue circuits on this side. And then, yeah, everything takes LDS. So we're going to go LDS this way. LDS down the middle. And then we do electric engines. Okay. So we have steel. No, they all need steel. So then if we put this over here and this be the grabber. Okay, so now you'll get... No, because now we need blue circuits. Okay. So wouldn't it be nice if... They all require steel, right? Not you. You don't require steel. You do. So can we put you in the middle? No, I feel like we're just going to end up with the same shit. You need to go there. You need to go right there because you need blue circuits, and then you come over here. And I think we're in the same boat of... Yeah, these two need steel. So that'll be... Actually, this is perfect. Here we go. No, because you need electric engines. We could always just do this. So let's go ahead and do that guy. And then we do like that. Let's see about boxes. Because we don't need to be making, like, mass amounts of these. We need to be making a small amount of them. Like, does that make sense? So, let's see. If we send... We're going to send LDS, LDS, LDS. LDS goes here. Let's go ahead and slurp some up. LDS, where did you go? Right there. So LDS goes here. And then if we put steel in here, that takes care of that. And then we also need some electric motors. So that puts steel. Yeah, steel and electric motors on this belt. And then LDS in the middle. Then we look at this guy and we need steel from this belt. Actually, we don't even need... Yeah, so we can get steel from this belt. We can get blue circuits from this belt. And then LDS from the middle. Then we do blue circuits from this belt, and electric motors from that belt, and LDS from the middle. Okay. Okay. All right, I think that's pretty good. So now what we'll do is go collect up a metric shit ton of fucking belts. Actually, let's deposit some of these. Let's deposit all this out of my inventory. Go on, get. And then we'll start making a bunch of these guys. Also, where's my... Look at it. Also, we will now be building... Where to go? Where to go? This. We're gonna build this. You'll see. You'll all see. You'll see the intricacies, the inner mechanisms of my mind are an enigma. Okay, grab some stuff. What was I grabbing? Like a shitload of belts. Okay, let's put all these guns away too, because I did go around collecting up, like, see all these little gun stations that I have? I collected up a shit ton along the left side here, and then I gotta come over and still collect up a bunch from the south, because, like, this is it right here. We don't need them there, because this is the protection. We do need them kind of sprinkled all over the place here, and I should be doing that. I should be putting these wherever I go and kill the frickin' bugs, but I have not been doing that. Okay. We got a bunch of belts. Let's get some more belts. And then eventually I gotta set up my robot network. So like my roboports, I gotta set them all down, because then once ooh, look at my steel. I'm suffering so hard. Because then once I do that, we actually are. Because this is using 2 steel belts full, and we aren't even making 2 a second, I don't think. Or, no, it would be 60 a second. We're only making 36 a second, whereas this motherfucker takes 60 a second. Oh, yeah, we kind of fucked ourselves on that. That's fine, though. So let's go ahead and get this, and we're gonna go... Extendo flexo, cuz. And let's see, so what we'll do, we'll get the LDS right here. These guys go like that, and then the LDS in the same spot. These guys do that. There we go, that takes care of those guys. Then we'll get some blue boys, some blue circuits, some blue bees right here. Ah, you go this way, damn it. You do one of these guys, and then right on in. There you go, blue circuits for you. Then we need steel and electric motors. So if we bring in steel in a direction. Steel and electric motors. Steel and electric. No, don't go that way. Get out of my freaking way, robots. Okay, and then steel goes in on this side. So then we could do that. Steel and electric motors. You need steel. So go ahead and just grab like that. And then we do the thing where we just kind of give it some power. And hope that we did everything right. There we go. Now we're going to be making a mall amount. We're only going to do... First of all, these guys, I'm not going to need that many cargo bays. So what did we want here? Build entity asteroid collector. So we did. Build entity production. Or is it saying it wants us to like send up the asteroid collector and build it on the splice platform? Okay, so what we're gonna do is build that white science platform that I got as a blueprint. Hold on, my phone's being stupid. Everyone take a drink of liquid. Okay, so round. Let's get LDS in there. Let's get all of these. Let's empty our backpack a little bit. Okay, I guess that's the best that we can do. And then we're going to empty this uranium that I have a bunch of for no reason. Let's empty this copper into our LDS maker. Oh yeah, now we have none. Steel, plastic. Oh, we are suffering for our copper and our LDS. Look at this. Why is this happening? Also, is this... What is this? Uses one and 1.15 of a belt? Or 1.3 belt. Yeah, 1.3 belt. Math. So then why is this guy being kind of dumb? Let's do like that. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Let's make sure that we got enough of these guys. So that we're getting all those guys in. Okay, that helped out. Let's go ahead and deliver some more. Electric engines. Let's deliver all these electric engines to this thing. Oh yeah, this needs lights. Here? Is that where? No, I was putting them here. Do they stack to 10? Is that what's happening? Are you guys gonna stop now? Stop slurping all the fucking LDS? There we go, and some blue boys, and then I have engines for some reason. Okay, anyway, so if we go to our map and we look at our space platform, our wonderful space platform, I have here a tileable science. I mean, it's not really tileable, but this science, this build right here, does in fact make 1 a second. Just like all my other builds here, where every single one of these will make 1 a second at tier 1 and at yellow belts. This technically makes 1 a second at tier 1, but we're not gonna send up frickin' tier 1s, dude. So we're gonna say that we want to build that, and it's going to now say... It's now going to say that it wants fast inserters, a bunch of platforms, and, you know, this shit. So, what we're gonna do... we don't need that stuff, we need this stuff. How many platforms did it say it needed? Like 600? 600? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it needs fast and longhand inserters. So we're gonna go ahead and send up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh... 6. Okay, so I need to actually send all of my rockets. Go, my children! Look at that. Look at all my rockets. Oh, that's fun. And now, as my platform receives these guys, it will be building the platforms, and as it expands out to these things, it'll say, oh, now I need solar panels, now I need this. But those 6 rockets should be enough. Or not 6 rockets, those 12 rockets should be enough. I don't remember having that piece there. Okay. Nice. And then we can destroy that. We don't need that guy. Okay, so now we have a new list of stuff that we need to send up. So let's go ahead and send us 41. We're going to send 41 inserters. And we want to be specific about this. 39, 41. And then we also want to send up... Whoops, I just shot my thing. 8. So let's go ahead and send up 8 long boys. And we're being specific because of this right here. It can only carry a ton, and so I don't want to just send up a whole stack of fast inserters, a stack of longhand. I want to be specific of what we're sending up here. So now we need 1 splitter. Really, that's it? Boop. And there you go. So we'll deliver that. Send it over there. That'll take care of all of those. And then how many do we need? We need 6 crushers, 8 collectors. Okay, 6 crushers, 8 collectors. 6 crushers. Jesus Christ. Stop. Give me that. What did it say? 6 crushers, 8 collectors. Okay. And then we also need... So, as we sent all that up, see how it placed it all down? It's all wonderful. We also need 23 solar panels and 2 electric guys. Did I say 23 solar panels? Oh my god, look at our copper. 23 solar panels, so that's half. That's 2, and then we'll get 2 electric furnaces, which we have 2. We have them right there. So we have these guys. So now we look in this rocket and we say we want to send 8 of those guys up. We want to send, okay, 2 there, and then you can have the rest of them. But then we want you to have 23 of these and 2 of these. You're good to go, buddy. Send you off. And we want to send... These are being sent, those are being sent. Not those. We need 132 transport belts. And we've got 10. So now we need 122. Okay, you're being sent. That's 100. Rocket is not ready. Yeah, you're being sent. And then we need 22. What are we being attacked by? Oh, you guys are being mean. 22. Then we need 6 assemblers. We'll grab 6 assembly machines of the Mark III, the Tier 3. Oh my god. I need to actually go deal with you, or else you'll just eat through everything. Okay, 1 second. But hey, then I could put down some turrets. No, I don't have turrets. I put them all away. I could put down walls. I have ammo. I'm pretty sure there's ammo. Where's my mall? I'm pretty sure I have ammo in the tank. Ammo in the tank. Let me see. Yeah, you got uranium ammo. Alright, let's go. Let's go deal with the bugs. And away we go. Bro, I'm just trying to have a nice, wonderful little space mission. And you're over here fucking eating my shit. Which is funny because, like, I had it right here, so I need another set right there. Because this is the one that is like always getting attacked, or like it has been. Alerts on Novice. Let's switch to our SMG so we can use our uranium rounds and not blow up all of our freaking things. Is it just one bug? Just one bug pissing me off. So if I come over here and copy this and say put it right... Actually, hold on. Let's put it right... Fuck. Right there. Oh my god. Right there. And then we paste it instead. And then we say, here's some rounds. There we go. Now we have full coverage. Thank you, State Farm, for our full coverage. Yeah, that can be repaired. But to prevent this problem, we're just gonna... Well, to prevent this... Look at this, freaking bugs. To prevent this current problem, because they will continue to, you know, as I fucking squish them back, say, stop doing that, bugs, get squished. They're gonna be like, well, I don't really feel like it, and they're just gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep extending out. So what we're gonna do is turn this off, and then we're gonna say we're gonna make this again, but if we go into the map and go to here, we'll click on this, and then we go uranium rounds. Oh my god, stop. If we give it like 25, and then we copy this one, paste that down, and then we blueprint that and put that here. And then turn our bots back on. Okay, so we'll have that little guy right there. It's basically just these dudes, but with uranium rounds. Oh, look at all these bugs. These little fucking worms. Okay, so now we just set that down. They'll give it some ammo. Good job, little bots. And we'll do a little bit. Yeah, we're good on uranium rounds. We'll clear like these guys and put down those things. Because I've cleared these motherfuckers like 3 or 4 times now. And, you know, I haven't put down like the little deterrent is what I'll call it. It's not a foolproof thing. It's like, it's honestly barely a deterrent. But honestly, now that it has uranium rounds, maybe it might be a little better. Who knows? We'll kill that guy and then go back to our space platform. Because I just wanna go over like how it works. Because I'm really happy with how it works. Can we place that down? Yeah, see? Look how well it kinda works. Okay, make sure my little bots are back inside. Oh, I lost 3 bots. Sad. Do I go kill that one? I mean, I freaking might as well, right? I'm literally right here. Okay, we'll go do that one. I'm shooting the trees. Eat shit, bugs. Boop. Oh, sitting in the filth. Okay. Alright, that's good enough. Let's get back. Let's sit up in our chair. Let's drink a little bit more liquid. You know, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew Baja Blast, baby! Bah ha 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 blast. Or whatever. Run over the rocks. What are the science things that we just got? Literally just the opening of white science. And then the basics iron stuff. Okay. So let's go look at... Let's park right here. I think we were in the middle of, like, shopping for our thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and look. What do we have here? We need to send with 22 more belts, which I think this guy had 22 belts. Okay. So we need to set up 22 belts, 3 decider combinators, and 6... Oh, I was going to the store. Okay, I need decider combinators. And those decider combinators are gonna be the thing that really, like, makes this build really nice. How do I make decider combinators? Power switch, constant combinator, arithmetic deciders. Oh, green circuits. And copper. I think I needed 6. Okay, let's go ahead and collect up 5 of these guys. Whatever, just a whole bunch of them. We'll complete this and then we'll go over some stuff about space. Everyone loves space. I mean, I know I do. Space is great. You repair that. Aha! Fucking bugs! They try to do stuff. Okay, let's see. This guy needed 6, I believe. So there goes that. And then 6 of these. Was it 6 or did it just need 3? It just needs 3. So give me those. And I think that's it. I think I can launch this bitch. Yeah, 6, and then 3, and then 22, and that's all we need. So let's go ahead and deliver the cargo. Go on, get. Slap it on its butt. Go on, get. Rocket. The Archie blows, the last little bit of stuff. Alright, so as this space platform receives what it needs, let's go ahead and talk about what it is we're going to be doing here. So obviously we're going to be making some science. So while in orbit, you know, you got different levels of space. While in orbit here in Novice, only like these little debris things float around. And so you don't have to worry about like you don't have to worry about shooting down. Oh my goodness, excuse me again. You don't have to worry about shooting down like any asteroids or whatnot, so you just have a bunch of grabbers. So you can see that we have grabbers in every single corner, looking at everything. But now, the real bread and butter here, what's really nice, or what I was saying, like all these little asteroids, the RNG of like which asteroid comes into range, you don't want these grabbers just grabbing anything and everything. Instead, you want to make sure to saturate our little sushi belt here with everything that we could need, which is one of all 3 of these. Specifically, we're looking to have 50. So you can see these decider combinators. It's hooked up to the belt and it'll see what is on the belt. And then it sees what's on the belt and that's in red. And then it's going to output signals onto green and it's going to deliver it to every single one of our asteroid collectors. And we have a set of decider combinators here telling our asteroid collectors specifically what to grab. So it looks at the belt, and if there is less than 50 metallic asteroids, we're going to output that we need metallic asteroids. And, you know, that's why it's all lit up right here. And then we have one for every single one of these. If there's less than 50 carbonic asteroids on the belt, it's going to output a signal of, hey, we need at least 1 carbonic asteroid. And then same thing with ice. So that's all this is. You know, it reads the entire contents of the belt. That's why we can see that there's ice on the belt here. And when these guys receive the signal, that basically tells them like that's their filter of what they should look for. So if they only have an oxide asteroid chunk and this iron one comes by, it won't grab it because our belt doesn't need it. So that's how we get all of the asteroids onto our belt, and like a proper amount of them and everything like that. And so now we're gonna go down to right here. So every single one of these crushing recipes has a small chance. Right there you see 20% chance, 20% chance, and 20% chance. They have a 20% chance to simply make another one of the asteroids that they have. So that's why we have filters on these guys. If by chance this makes another oxide asteroid, then it will put it back onto the sushi. Back onto the sushi belt, thus telling these guys, hey, we don't need any more oxide ones. And then we're going to make ice. That's like the main thing that we're making with these oxide ones, is that we're making ice, and it goes onto this side of the belt, and it just goes round and round, because that's one of the ingredients that we need for the space science packs, is ice. So that's where we're going to get one ingredient right there. And then we're going to look at this one, the carbon one, and it's going to do the same exact stuff. It's going to pull the carbon off of the sushi. If it happens to make a carbon asteroid, it'll put it back onto the sushi. But specifically, we're making the carbon is what we want. And then it'll go all the way around over here, because that's the second ingredient that it needs, carbon. And so all these guys are collecting up carbon, doing that stuff. Okay, so now let's move on to the next set of crushers, and it's doing the exact same thing with the metallic ones. It's grabbing metallics off of here. I don't know why that guy's there. That's not right. That shouldn't be there. All right, but yeah, we're grabbing the metallic ones, and if it happens to make more metallic, then it puts it back onto the sushi. But most importantly, it's making actual like iron ore, which just comes over here, and we can produce iron plates fast enough. So we're gonna look at this right here, and we're gonna see that we are making iron. Like, as long as there's constant iron being supplied to the furnaces, these 6 right here will be able to make we'll be able to produce, you know, non-stop, constantly. In fact, we're gonna have a surplus of iron. So yeah, that's what we're doing with these asteroids basically, and that those iron plates is the other thing that we need for our science packs, and we have them arranged in a certain way to where we are just simply depositing the science packs directly into the space platform hub, and we will have orbital drops items here. We'll drop to the use shift left click or shift to manually move items here. Yeah, so then we'll just move these space guys down over here, and automatic pause thrust. And then we just kind of filled everything else with solar panels. So in fact, let me see all of this. Yeah, so then we just filled everything with solar panels so that it has enough power to do the thing that it needs to. Because you don't need power poles on a space platform, or like spaceships or space platform, whatever. Oh, look, so you can see that we don't need any more metallics, because we have a total of 50, so it is no longer outputting a signal. And so this is, it's no longer outputting a singular metallic asteroid chunk, so it's not receiving that to add it to its filter. Oh, we used one, so now we're grabbing some more. But yeah, this is little guy. It's really simple, nice and easy. Makes 1 science a second at excuse me, at tier 1, but when you upgrade all of it, I think it makes 2.5. Let's go ahead and look at, yeah, it makes 2.5 a second. So that's pretty cool. And we can just go ahead and like make more of these. We can make more of these space platforms, or I haven't really looked into like expanding this to do another like set, but 2.5 a second is still good enough. That's what, 60 a second, or 2.5, so 120, 180, I don't know, it's a good amount per minute. I don't feel like doing math. That made me sad. Yeah, we're getting white science. So now what we got to do to get that white science and say, come on home, baby, is that we got to make a cargo landing pad. That's what it is right here. We need a cargo landing pad. So we're going to go grab some concrete, processing units, and steel. So blue circuits, steel, and the fuck else did I say? Concrete. Concrete. So we're going to make one of those. And we're going to start getting that white science down here. How is everything doing? Our space platform foundation is good. And all these guys are pretty good. It's a little space mall. We might add more stuff because I think that there's gonna be more stuff, I think. So, space mall. So let's properly space mall that by going like that. There we go. And then these guys are nice and ready. The low density structures. There you go. But yeah, now we have, where did it go? Right here. So this is what we need. And we're gonna put this way over here because now this is what's gonna receive our white science. Oh my god. We're gonna put it way the fuck over here. Okay. And here we're gonna say that we want white science. Just give me like a shit ton of white science. We're gonna say that we want 1,000. And so now it opens its little cloaca. What? And now it's receiving science. It opens up its butt. In fact, we're actually gonna put it on this side. We're gonna put it over here. So then we put that in there and we say, give me that white science. Give me like 1,000 of them. And then we're going to put like this. Yeah. So this is going to be white science. Specifically, we're going to say you do white science. And you go like that. And there we go! We got white science. Isn't that pretty? And all we got to do is use this guy. We can probably even say, oh, we don't have it researched, but this is all we really need, and we can probably do something like this. No, you're not gonna be, well, okay, I kind of just fucked that up then. But once we start delivering other science, we can put 2 of them right here that go into this, like there. And then, so that'll be 2 sciences. Then we can get like a 3rd science pack here, or science pack, or space science number 2, space science 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then they all just come in on belts on this little area right here. So let's get that out of there. So everyone's got science, good. So now we can start researching. We're gonna research that. Go ahead and start on that. And then what we wanna do is get logistics, and sure. So that can go way back there. So research something useful. Get me that Covrex enrichment so that we could start enriching all of our stuff and have a surplus there. And then we can get like, yeah, the nuclear fuel. That's what I really want. And then atomic bombs. So here comes more white science. And the 2.5 making a second is honestly kind of based on RNG. I think somewhere I fucked that up. There you go. Yeah, it's kind of based on RNG. Because like if we don't get enough of these guys, yeah, like right now you can see that we're really hurting for the oxide ones. So it's definitely a bit of an RNG kind of stuff to be like, well, where's the ice ones? Because that's what we need in order to make these dudes. So that's why you can have like multiple space platforms. Goodbye. There she goes. Fun. That's fun. Okay, so we can cross that off the list. We got white science. We got white science going. We're doing the stuff. We're doing the thing. And now we like really need bots, because what'll make this really easier, make it really easier. No, it will make it more easy. Yeah, it'll make it easier. Whatever. Is first of all, this thing doesn't have lights, and I don't like that. So let's put lights. Every single one of you gets a light. So what we'll do is move this stuff out by 2. Let's go ahead and cut this. So we're gonna... Actually, no, we don't need to. We just need to make sure that it's within our bot's location. So what's really cool is like, as you saw that there was a need for stuff. So let me see. Oh, I can't like do it more. Let's see about adding another space platform. Okay, what does this need? It needs a space platform starter pack. Let's see about making another one. I'm curious. So that'll be a minute. We're almost done with the Coverx enrichment process. Science per minute, 313. Holy shit, I don't think we can do 313 a minute. So we're just really fucking cruising through it. And look, we ain't even got enough science. So yeah, good thing we're gonna make another one that is hopefully gonna be good on ice. So yeah, all these little guys are looking for ice asteroids. Hey, we got some Coverx enrichment. So that means that this should automatically start. Which also means we should be able to make fuel cells. Let me see, what do I have for power? Do I even have... I thought I had like something set up on the sides. Maybe uranium processing. Yeah, I thought I had something set up on the sides to where it was gonna make me my fuel cells and also these fuel cells. But we got all these guys going, so that's good. And I did set up a bit of circuitry to where we only ever want 40 in here. So now that it has none, it's gonna grab these guys and shove them in and then start. Okay, and that should get us going for getting a shit ton of these 235s. Oh, that's right. I was gonna send up another starter pack. Starter pack. Go on, get. And then we look at how we're still suffering here. We're getting 200 science. No, only 55. There goes that rocket. Bye-bye! And a starter pack for this platform is on its way. Okay, we're upgrading stuff and things. We're gonna need space thrusters. Which means we are gonna research another planet. So this platform is ready, and we're gonna go ahead and slap down another science. So you'll see a request. So there's a request for construction here, and then you'll also see that we can click automatic requests from space platforms. So if we were to put this here, it should get requests. Build new travel. Let me see. Somewhere. Okay. So because this is requesting this stuff, let me see. It should now request it. Maybe I actually need like bots and other things. So let's try that. So we're gonna go over. Yeah. We're gonna go grab some more roboports. We're gonna try a couple things. Did I already up? Yeah. So now we can do provider. We can make provider chests. Which this one, somewhere right here, you're supposed to be provider chests. Requester, buffer, storage, act, passive provider. No, you're supposed to be requesters. There we go, because we have, yeah, we have providers and we have requesters. Okay, so there's that, and what did we want? Roboports. Roboport. I really, really love you, Roboport. Okay, we're going... Atomic bomb. I guess we'll get that too. So let's go ahead. We're going to try a thing. We might need to put these guys kind of in stupid spots. So let's put this here. And then this guy needs to go here. Okay, let's just put you right there. We'll at least try to keep them pretty straight. And then this guy needs to go... I guess it needs to go here. No, it goes here instead. And then this can go here. Whoops. So then if we do that, yeah. And then get you some power. Okay. And then let's go ahead and bring you all the way down. And then make sure that you have power. So you're good. Make sure you're gonna be all neat and tasty. Like that. Actually, let's do something different. Right there. Okay. And then what we do is set up some... Wait, you have power. You don't have power. We gotta make sure that they all have power. That's one thing. Okay, and what about you? You need power too. So let's make you like this, and like this. Okay. You have power. Alright. So now, this guy should be requesting some stuff. Automatic request from space platforms. So where... Oh, I also need logistics robots, like actual robots. You're just gonna stop you. Stop doing that. Oh, we want worker speed. We love worker speed. That goes here. Physical damage. Laser weapons. Beautiful. Fantastic. Wonderful. Gorgeous. Okay. So we got a bunch of bots all over here. And what do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? I don't know, man. Let's get these guys, make sure they're all set up. And place that guy down there. We want good robot coverage. Make sure that every guy's all set up with power. Like that. See, if I do another playthrough, I will definitely start off by placing down blueprints that, oh yeah, we need to go up this way. Well, I'll definitely be placing down blueprints so where they're all working, where I could do everything in a grid for robots. Is this within power? Yes. So now I've connected up all of this to this grid. So let's see here. So that guy gets power, this guy gets power, this guy gets power, you get power. So now I actually need to make robots. And also, I need to replace a lot of these with my provider chests. Okay, so if we go look at a lot of these things, we want to provide these. We want to provide you. We want to provide this one, and this one. These guys. Roboports. We want these things. Some of those. That goes there. I guess we'll get guns. Some of these. We want some of those. That stuff, that stuff, that stuff. Like, some of these things are intermittent items. So, like, we never want to request these, but we do want to request this stuff. So then we'll put, we want these guys. We want... Oh yeah, storage guys. We want miners. We want those and those. That stuff. Some of these. And radars. Okay, so that should be enough of that. And now we actually need to make the robots. We don't have any. So we're gonna go get some... Oh, it only takes 0.5 seconds. So what we're gonna do the good old slurping. We're gonna slurp all this up. And then we're going to slurp up the robo frames and just like make a lot. Are these logistics? Yeah, I'm baking logistics. Which I know it'll be really easy to like make a build. But I don't know, I just can't be bothered with it right now. So we're just going to handcraft a bunch of these logistics robots. And then you just kind of yeet them off into existence like that. And then they go off to go do stuff. See, like, what are they doing right now? These guys are going off on a mission. And let's see, are they doing the thing that I, like, want them to do? Yes. So this spaceship is, or this rocket is requesting 100 fast belts, and they need to come over here and do that. So it's requesting 100 fast belts because this is requesting, you know, that stuff. So if we go to a passive provider and we say that we want to passively provide those, and also these 3 items. then robots should get their happy ass to providing that to the rocket. Which now this guy should take off once he gets 100. And then we'll say that you want to request those as well. So what kind of sucks about this, though, is that they will just request a full stack's worth, which is like a little annoying, but it's kind of like whatever. Let's get this guy right here. Get you. But now I don't need to like do the thing manually, which I'm doing a lot of. So you want some of those. You're launching off. Let's go ahead and get some more robots. Look at that. And now, actually, we'll go to provider, and we'll also provide, we're gonna go like this. Provide some fucking those guys. Let's provide those. But most importantly, what I want to do is get this stuff. Okay. I want to turn these. Let's get... what I want to do... Where's it at? Where did I put those things? So we're going to put those in there, and those in there. Our rockets are going. Here we go. So now that I put those solar panels in there, when I request to build more solar panels, they should build it themselves, because this whole thing, if you look at the orange, the whole thing is connected. So they don't necessarily need to fly along the orange. They'll just go do that. But let's go ahead and look at this guy and see how it's receiving like a bunch of shit. And then we'll just send this back down to Earth, to Novice. And doing it this way, we are kinda most definitely wasting like cargo space, because if we're just gonna send this stuff back, like that means that we didn't need that. Oh, we need decider combinators too. Okay, let's go ahead and put some decider combinators in there. Right in here, decider combinators. Go, my rockets. Let's clean up our inventory a little bit. Putting all that in there, put all that in there. We got some guys coming. Look at you. We're just looking at our rocket system. What'd they drop off? Oh no, they needed to go recharge first. Okay, we got a bunch of space platforms. We're dropping off a whole bunch of splitters in here. Automatically request supplies from logistics network to fulfill requests from space platforms. Okay. So then let's look at this guy and how we're doing on everything else. Everything else should be incoming. Yeah, if it's yellow like that, that means that it's actually being processed and it should be incoming. So let's take a look on this guy. We're doing okay on ice, because if we look at this, there's 21 ice, but we constantly need the freaking ice asteroid, and that's why it's always like that. And so that's why we're just going to make a second one. Okay, we got that done, so our workers will go faster. Where is... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let me see. Worker speed. Worker. Whoa! Worker speed. So now the worker speed requires electromagnetic science packs. Okay. And that is frickin' Fulgora. What, baby? I thought... I don't know. I didn't think that you were gonna eat it. It's okay, I saved you. It wasn't that good. Yeah, it being like a breakfast tamale, it had like potatoes in it and sausage. And like, yeah, so it was like kind of weird, dude. I don't know. Yeah, it was just straight up weird. Okay, so all we're missing is the decider combinator now. And oh, what sucks though is that I don't want to send up the frickin' decider combinator. Where even is it? Right here? Because it's only 3 things. I don't want to send up frickin' 3 items. But here we go. Go ahead and send up an entire rocket for 3 decider combinators. Hold on, I should probably name these. Can I name you? Can I change your name? Yeah, Science 1. And then your Science 2. So then Science 2 needs the decider combinators. So you'll deliver to Science 2. And then we will send down all those items that we didn't use. And be kind of sad about it. Let me see, where's our copper? Oh, okay. So we are, in fact, using a shload of copper. Shload of copper. In fact, I think we might need more copper trains, because I'm noticing... I think we're only digging from 1 copper. What, this guy? And then, do we have any other copper? Because you're iron, you're stone. I think we gotta tap into this guy. Yeah, we finally gotta do that. And then double check that, make sure no bugs some way, somehow. Because, like, I set all this up, and this is why you gotta be thorough, too. You gotta be thorough about killing all the bugs. Because there was a time I thought I killed all of them, and the next thing you know, some bugs started spawning like in this corner, and I was like, I thought I killed all of you guys. Because like even just like the smallest little group will be like, hey, send out another party to go make another set of stuff. So I was like, dude, go away. Okay, let's see. Space Platform 2 should now be up and running. Let's send all this stuff back down. There we go. And you'll be going away at it, so we just gotta let it hang out and get a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I think another thing that we can do, I've seen like another guy do it before, where he makes space platforms on the space platform. So like, so here's the thing. Here's the math. Here's the math behind the science. So if we look at sending up, damn it, where'd it go? In fact, we can just look at it right here. If you look at sending this up, you'll see that the stack size, or no, the stack size is 100, but the rocket capacity is 50. So we can only send up 50 of these things. Oh, hi, dog. He's just sniffing me. So we can only send up 50 space platforms, but you can see that it requires steel and copper cables. And if you're aware of how we can make iron plates, that means we can also make steel. We can make steel up here on this platform. And then, let me see, asteroid reprocessing. Oh, you can reprocess the asteroid into other asteroids. No, but this is the one that I wanted to show. There's the advanced metallic asteroid crushing, so you can get the metallic asteroid and get iron and copper out of it. So until we research that, which means we have to go to frickin' Gleba, which no one likes Gleba. Until we go do that, we can't have copper in space. Because then you also look at... where we at? Copper plates. We can send 1,000. Oh, we can send 1,000 copper plates, which copper cable, it's 1 copper cable or 1 copper plate will make 2 copper cables. So if we send up 1,000 iron or Oh my goodness. If we send up 1,000 copper plates, we can make in assembly machines 2,000 copper cables. But we have a rocket capacity of 4,000. So we can send up 4,000 copper cables and make the steel on the platform. And that 4,000, let me see. Pull out a calculator because I just don't want to do fucking math. If we send up 4,000 cables and divided by 20, we can actually make 200 space platforms instead of the 50. And we'll be doing it for free steel as well. Because, like I said, you can make steel on the platform. It just kind of takes a bit. So what I have seen is people will get space platforms, and they'll extend it out like from here all the way out, like really far, and the only thing that they have on them are solar panels and these things facing in each direction, and then a belt that goes down the middle to bring in those asteroids. So I'll probably mess around with something like that, or like look up some builds and see if we can improve this so that we are in fact getting more oxide asteroids that we need, because that always seems to be what we need here, because we have 52, 51, and then no oxide, but we have 10 ice. So there's that. All right, we wanted to do white science and kind of our bots here, which, I mean, like, we didn't really need to do our bots. I don't know. Like, what even is doing our bots? Just kind of setting this up, and it's like, it's not that crazy, I guess. We're just making sure that there's like good bot coverage kind of everywhere, because then another thing that's really nice about it is we can come into any of like the orange square, and that's the logistics square. I think it was there. No, I don't want it to do that. What if we like this? Nope, because that's there as well. Okay, sure, whatever. So yeah, the orange square is the logistics. So what's kind of nice about that is that we can go to these requesters. So let's see, we have 535. If we say, hold on, turn it off first. If we say that we want 600 belts, but no more than 700 belts. We can stand, we got to make sure that we're standing in the orange, because if we stand in the green, nothing happens. We'll turn it on and nothing happens. So now if we stand in the orange, you can see that this turned yellow. That means that there are bots that have picked up the request. In fact, let me go ahead, and I don't have any more freaking bots. How many bots do I have in here? I have 315 logistics bots. That's why we need more, because they were all hanging out over there. But anyway, they flew this far and they're like, hey, we need battery real quick. So it's not that good, but like as we're building our base, it's pretty neat. So here it'll show that it's getting us, all the bots are getting us 600. But as we put that we don't want more than 700, if we get 800, it automatically puts it into the trash slot. Also, where's the trash? Where are you guys putting it? Oh, way over here. Okay, no, we need to go grab that. Yeah, it'll automatically put it in the trash slot so that like we don't have that. So another thing that we can do is set up a section here, and we're gonna name it auto trash. We're gonna go auto trash, and I don't want any freaking logs, bro. Logs. I don't want any logs. So I want exactly 0 logs. And I also don't want any stone on me. I also don't want any coal, iron, copper, and uranium. So we're going to say that we don't want any of those. in our pockets at any given point. So if I'm out and about and I'm crushing trees or like I'm picking up freaking things like these right here, we're gonna go and do... We're gonna do this. We're gonna set up this, but this is specifically going to be wood. This one is specifically going to be coal. This one is specifically going to be stone. And then we'll do iron. And it'll probably be better to set these up at a better location. So what I'm probably going to do at another time is, like, say for instance the coal one, we're going to have trash coal over here. And then, or like here, so whatever. The point is that if at any point I have coal in my inventory, so let's turn on auto trash, and all that stuff will go into my trash slots, and then I should have some robots to come by. These little robots, they'll come by and put the trash into here, which I need more goddamn robots, so I will have to set up a little thing to where I'm making a bunch of them. Also, we'll just mine up this guy. We'll set up a mine for that one and that one. And yeah, look at these little robots. They're coming to take my trash and put them in their respective bins. Thank you. And you can set up a bunch of different sections so that you can like turn on the trash or turn on... Excuse me, oh my goodness. So you can turn each one of them on and off. So like, say for instance, you're like, oh, I actually need to move this iron ore somewhere. So you're going around slurping it so that it doesn't automatically go to trash. You could just turn it off. But yeah, that's my auto trash one. And I'll set up something like I was saying earlier, like the coal, for instance. I'll set it up here to where the trash or the coal automatically goes into the trash and it gets brought here, and then it gets prioritized being used, so we're not just straight up like throwing it away. Oh yeah, we definitely need copper. We are flying through copper. Also, how are we doing on power? We're using all the accumulation charge. Oh no, we're charging, okay. Yeah, we're going through fucking copper. So we gotta go set up this guy. Okay. So first, I would like to grab the trash that I have. We're gonna actually put that... Ba 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 ba. I set up like little trash bins. Well, they're called storage bins. But they're basically like, hey, this doesn't go here. Also turn that off real quick. We've got laser weapons. Beautiful. Let's see how much science we're bringing in. Do we have... Yeah, we're good with science, and then I gotta collect this stuff and put it back. So how are we on number 2? We're good on metallic. We're getting more carbon, but we also don't need more carbon because we have that. So this is metallic, carbon, and then the ice. And then what about you? You're good on those guys, and still we're suffering. But good thing we set up 2 different platforms. Oh my god, piss off, bugs! What is that? Oh, they came and stole my stuff before I had a chance to turn that guy off. So we'll come over here and take those. Fallen tree. Fallen shinobi. Auto trash. Get in the trash. Auto trash. Okay, we need more copper because we're starting to actually see it. Yeah, look at this right here. So this is why we're having breaks in the copper. Right there. Let's do... What are we doing? some emergency stuff. We're gonna do some emergency stuff at another time. Right now, I think we got the objectives for the episode done today. You know, we wanted to do some white science, and we wanted to set up these bots, and most of it was like just some good like explanation of how everything goes. And we're gonna start suffering on science. So this, yeah, look, our blue science. We are suffering. Oh, you know what? We can make these guys now. We can make these guys so that the productivity of our little guys here goes up, so that we're doing better on our science packs. But yeah, we met our objectives today, so we're just gonna call it good. We are going to call that the end of an episode. I appreciate you guys sticking around this far, and if you did in fact make it this far, I would always love a like, maybe even a subscribe. And if you subscribe, you can stick a needle. No, you can keep following along in this episode, or not episode, in this series, and see us go to another planet probably next episode, which is most likely going to be Volcanus. We're going to go to Volcanus. So in between episodes, this is what I'll most likely do. We're going to set up some mining. It's not really an outpost if it's literally right next to us. We're going to mine up this stuff, put it on a train, bring it over here, and then we're going to set up some mining over on this guy, put it on a train so that it goes back over there, and then same thing for some of these other guys. We might set up another iron guy. I don't know. We're going to be setting up some more outposts and things and train stuff so that we can have a good throughput of resources. So that's what we'll be doing between episodes. Oh, and I also got to get rid of this guy so that I can make this oil guy better, so that this doesn't piss me off anymore. Whatever. But yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one, and until then, stay stringy.